Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a first impressions of new makeup. I feel like when I do these videos, I'm just sitting down and talking to one of my friends, like really casual, really chill, nothing too crazy. I'm not going to be doing like a super crazy dramatic look. This is more just to test out like formulas, see how I like these products. I have new eyeshadow, mascara. I even have new brushes that I'm trying. Well, I will be trying out in this video. And I'm even going to be applying my makeup with the Clarisonic. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to first just prep my lips. This is the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment. This is the Perfecting Wand. So it has these really cool like rubber plastic ridges. And it also has a treatment. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. It's really moisturizing. Like what you're left with on the lips is actually really pretty. It's like a shiny, it's not a gloss, but it kind of looks like you have a gloss. So I kind of like to do circular motions, really just exfoliate. I'm also going to be moisturizing my face. This is the Philosophy Renewed Hope in a Jar Refreshing and Refining Moisturizer. Doesn't really have a scent. That feels really nice. It feels kind of like cooling. It doesn't feel too like sticky or anything. It just feels like a good, just like classic moisturizer. Sometimes moisturizers are just too oily or they're not moisturizing enough, but this one I feel like left my skin looking and feeling really like smooth, which is kind of crazy. Usually you don't see any like results with moisturizers right away. I feel like my skin is plump right now. So I'm going to start off with my eyes. I'm going to use this Tarte lid lock. This is in Buff. This is an eye base, and I think I used this in another video. I'm pretty sure I did. I feel like it's a little bit more matte than, let's say, like a paint pot, which, you know, if you have oily lids, I think you would really like. You do have to kind of work fast with it because it's a little bit of a drier formula. It doesn't dry out your eyelids, but you do have to work kind of quick with it because the actual product dries quickly. But I definitely appreciate it not drying out my lids because they're already a mess on their own. I kind of feel like my lights are a little bit too bright right now, so I'm going to adjust them. So you're gonna see right now how lighting really changes everything. I think that's better. I think that looks better. I think that looks more true to color. This is actually what my color looks like. I think the other one was a little too bright. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this Marc Jacobs palette. This is the Scandalust Eye-Conic palette. So it has 7 shades and they have different finishes. So really pretty colors, neutral. Y'all know I'm living for the neutrals. So I'm gonna actually be using these new Smashbox brushes. So excited when I got this package in the mail. I literally just freaked out. I feel like Smashbox put a lot of thought into these brushes. They have brushes that I feel like don't exist. So for example, this is a powder foundation brush. So usually you just have like a brush and people use it for powder foundation, but there's never like a designated powder foundation brush. And if you hold it here, it tells you like an indicator on the handle. You hold it here for sheer coverage, or you can hold it up at this line for full coverage. I think that's really cool, you know, especially if you're a beginner, you're starting out and you're not comfortable with brushes and how I would like to hold them. I think that's awesome. So I'm actually just going to go in with this one, which is called the All Over Shadow Brush. And these are all synthetic, which I do also appreciate. And I'm going to go in with the color At the Office, which is a funny name. Just a matte cream shade. Wow, that's actually really pigmented and nice. Okay, Marc Jacobs, I see you. This is a little bit darker than what I usually do to set my eye, but that's okay. It's kind of like a taupey gray color. I feel like this brush just covered so much ground so quickly. Oh, it feels awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the crease color and I'm gonna be using That's Why, which is a really pretty camel, like light brown. It's really, really pretty. I love that. Like undertone, it's not too cool or too warm. And it does have some, you know, powder kickback, but I think that's all eyeshadows. Just make sure you just tap off your brush so you don't get too much product on there at once. And I'm just going to apply this to my crease. So I kind of sort of have the worst stiff neck that one can possibly have. Like I can't turn all the way. Like it hurts so bad. It was worse yesterday. So I woke up today at 4 a.m. to do makeup appointments. I started at 5 a.m. It wasn't too far. It was like 10 minutes from my house, but I had to wake up at 4. And I went to bed at 2. And then yesterday I had a wedding with Charlene and we were in Jersey and we were just so exhausted. I did 6 people. So a bride and 5 people, which was brutal on my back and my neck, which I already had this stiff neck, so I tried my hardest to, you know, move and be as flexible as possible, but oh man, it was bad. And I think it's my pillow. So I bought a pillow at Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm like telling you my problems here. I bought a pillow at Bed Bath & Beyond, and when was this? Like, I don't remember. I mean, it wasn't a while ago. I feel like pillows should last a pretty decent amount of time, but it's one of those stiffer pillows. I think it was called like My Beauty Rest or something, but I always thought I liked really stiff pillows, but I'm finding that I don't like them too stiff. I like a stiff bed, like a stiff mattress, but not that much of a stiff pillow. And my neck, I don't know if you guys see this, but my neck isn't that big, so I have kind of like this, like, it's just like a bulging like disc, I guess, like my neck bone. I don't know, it's like kind of sticking out. If you have it, you would probably know what I'm talking about. But it's just from bad posture, and doing makeup as a living, like freelancing, really affects your neck and your back, even if you have a chair. And also just being on the computer at all times, you know, it really takes a toll on your back and your neck. I've always had neck problems though, growing up, like always, forever and always. So on top of it, I have this now. So this is blending out really pretty, by the way. So I bought a pillow and I thought I liked it, but I'm finding out that that's actually not making anything better. It's making it worse. So I need to buy a new pillow. You guys were so nice. You were snapping me like what pillows you guys like. It seems like something so silly, like a pillow, like, oh, just buy any. But when you have neck problems or you have pain, like, you can't just buy any. You can't just use any. You really have to try so many out to find out like which one works for you. And I just don't got time for that. Like, I just want to find one that I love. I just need like good neck support, nothing too stiff and nothing too like soft either. This is a Sephora brush. This is the Pro Crease brush. Just gonna take something a little bit fluffier with nothing on it, just to diffuse it a little bit more, just because this one's a little bit more like dense, where I kind of want something a little bit fluffy just to really blend that out. I don't want anything too harsh today. I'm not going anywhere, so I don't want like a full face. And I think I'm gonna film a video right after this, so I don't know, I'm kind of in a neutral mode today. It got late, like I wanted to film earlier. I just want to do something neutral, go figure. But this week I'm actually gonna play a lot more with color. I have a really cool idea that I don't want to say yet, but it's gonna be a lot of fun and I can't wait to just get it in action. Next, I'm gonna take this kind of like bronzy rose gold color, and it's called They Call Her. The shade right over here, it's kind of like a bronzy rose gold copper kind of shade, and I'm gonna take this full coverage shadow brush. I really like the handles on these. I'm really just feeling this whole brush set, like Smashbox, you really did it there. I don't know, I like that they came out with brushes because it's so important, and I think a lot of brands just kind of miss the mark with that. Like, they're like, whatever, like there's already brushes out there. But no, like, why not come out with cool, innovative brushes? Why not, right? So I'm gonna just apply this on my lid. Ooh, pretty. So that's just with one application. Like, I didn't re-dip my brush. That's just how it is with, you know, that one dip. It's coming off more copper on my eye. I know like there's so many eyeshadows that are copper or rose gold, but to find like a copper rose gold, I think it's kind of different. It almost looks like a penny kind of color, but a little bit more bright, I guess. Not as dark as a penny. I think what I'm going to do with the other eye is use a different brush to see if it's the eyeshadow that's really pigmented or it's the brush that's doing the work. I kind of want to see how this eyeshadow is going to react with a different brush. This is the Smith 253, which I do like for packing on lid colors. So I kind of want to see. Ooh, this brush is a little bit more like flexible, which could be a good or a bad thing depending on, you know, how much you want to cover and how precise you want to be. So I kind of like how this one looks better. It just looks more blended. So I'm just going to take that brush and kind of just go over it. I think with the Smith brush, it applies nicely, but you still have to go in and like blend with something else, like for the edges. Where this one is just like packing it on, but also like blending as it goes. And it just gets right into that eyelid area so nicely. Like, it really tucks in. So if you have like hooded eyes, this one's really nice. The shape is really cool. I like that. I want to put on a little bit of a lighter color right on top, and this one is called Cause a Fuss, and it's the really pretty perfect shimmer. It's not gold, it's not silver, it's just like a really nice, like champagne, I guess. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, champagne. Which I'm always looking for colors like this for my kit, because sometimes, you know, clients don't want silver, they don't want gold, they just want something shimmery. So I'm just gonna put that right in the middle just to give it a little bit more of a pop. I'm just going to just kind of apply that right in the center, and I'm just kind of dragging downwards to blend it. I'm gonna go back in with that camel-y like brown shade And I'm just going to apply this again to my crease to just further blend this out, get a little more definition in here. I think I like the shimmers in this palette more than the mattes, which I'm fine with because honestly I already have like other matte shadows that I can work with. But sometimes I just find it like hard to find like really pretty shimmery lid colors, which is why I got like the Dose of Colors Katie and Desi eyeshadow palette, because I really liked that idea because I feel like I'm on that same wave. Like I feel like there's so many good mattes out there, like Single Shadows, Makeup Forever, Anastasia. Okay, I'm getting a little crazy over here. I think I'm just being a little messy. I can find a good matte, but to find a really pretty pigmented like lid color can be a little bit difficult sometimes. I'm gonna just take Melt Cosmetics Blur and I'm gonna fix the situation right over here. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back, and I'm just gonna clean up this fallout and we shall see how we looking. So I'm just gonna leave that as it is for now. If I have to fix it, which I probably will, I will come back to it because you guys know I'm very anal about my eyeshadow. But sometimes I feel like I get too caught up and then I start stressing it out and I just rather come back to it. Just focus on something else, Rose. So I'm gonna try this new liner. This is the It Cosmetics Superhero Liquid Liner. I love their Superhero mascara. I like the handle. It's long. It's a really nice like grip because it's like fatter here at the bottom. So I feel like you can really just hold it as if it were a pen, and it's just nice and thick. So I'm just gonna create a small wing. Let's see what happens because I say small and then we go big. So pray for me. Wish me luck. Let's do this. So I was able to get a really nice precise wing with this liner. I really enjoyed that. I feel like the last liner that I tried, the MAC one, was also amazing. It was so thin. I feel like finally companies are getting that we don't want like these thick markers for our eyeliner. We want like precise, you know? So It Cosmetics, you did the damn thing. So next I'm gonna do mascara. I have this Urban Decay Troublemaker mascara, and it says it's super fat, super long, sex-proof mascara. Okay, Urban Decay, I see you causing trouble. A really cool packaging. So it's a really interesting wand. It kind of looks like a weapon. Troublemaker, huh? Okay, so let's see. I believe this is, it looks like, it's kind of like a rubber wand. It has like spikes. It kind of reminds me of like the Givenchy mascara, the one that has that little ball at the end. It kind of looks like that, but just all over. Very interesting. And I love waterproof mascara because it's a must. Usually when I apply liquid liner, I can't really test out a mascara because I feel like the liner kind of makes my lashes a little bit shorter and you can't see the mascara to its full potential, but it's really nice and separating because it has like those spikes. It's not lengthening them a lot, but I feel like it made my lashes look pretty. And the liner didn't dry matte. It kind of has like a semi-shiny finish, which I'm not crazy about, but I could deal with it. Just using some Marc Jacobs liner for the top. I usually don't record this part because it just looks kind of freaky. So for lashes, I'm gonna use these really pretty lashes. These are in the style LLxo, and I'm kind of feeling like I want a bold lash today. Don't know why, but I feel like going bold. So why not go for it? So let's just pop these bad boys on, and then we'll start on the complexion, which I'm really excited for those products. And while the lash glue dries a bit, I'm just going to fill in my brows using the Precisely My Brow from Benefit, and this is in the shade number 4. So the lashes are on. I really like them. I like that they're like short but full. I think that's really unique because I feel like all lashes when they're full, they're like really long, and I feel like for small eyes or for hooded eyes, these are perfect because they don't like touch your eyebrows. So I'm really enjoying these lashes. Lashes make such a difference. First, I'm going to use this Urban Decay Rehab Makeup Prep. This like smooths the skin out and is supposed to obviously prep your face for makeup. I did use this another time and I did like it. I feel like I have to test it out more to like really know my thoughts. It feels kind of sticky, which is good for like a primer, but it's not like overly sticky where it's gonna be too like heavy for dry skin or for oily skin. And then for around my nose, like for the porous area, I'm gonna use this ByTerry Hydra-Primer. So it's a hydrating primer that is supposed to fill in pores, fine lines, but also hydrate at the same time, which I really like. I did use this a couple times. I did like it. I tried it out with the ByTerry foundation, which I got, I think, too light of a color or something. I don't know. I used this combo in my freelancing, what was it? The makeup haul? I was wearing like a black shirt, or maybe it was the Q&A. It was a recent video. It was like 2 videos ago. So if you check that video out and you like how my face looks, let me know, because I've been like watching that video over and over. Like, do I like it? I don't know. I can't tell. Let's get into foundation. I'm so excited. Like, I'm very pumped. So I actually had a hard time choosing. So I have this Frankie Rose Matte Perfection foundation. I have this Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation. But I also have a brand new NARS stick foundation. So you guys were saying NARS, so I'm going to use the NARS Velvet Matte Foundation Stick. This is in the shade Punjab. I also have the shade Santa Fe. So one side has a sponge, which you could actually remove, it says, or wash. Don't know how to take it out, but I'm not going to take it out because I'm not going to be using the sponge because I'm going to be using my Clarisonic. Yes, a face cleansing device for foundation. Now, you may be asking, what? If you haven't watched YouTube videos on this, but Clarisonic came out with a Sonic foundation brush. I know there was like rotating makeup brushes, but for Clarisonic to come out with this, I think is so different, revolutionary. I really like the idea. So I've been seeing so many people love this, like Tarte, I feel like always uses this now, ever since she did the first impressions. So I'm excited to see how it works on my skin because my skin is very finicky. It's dry, but it has oil patches, but I get texture very easily. So I'm going to pop it on my Clarisonic Mia 2. You can actually use the Clarisonic foundation head with any Clarisonic device, which I think is really cool. So even if you have an older one, you can still use it. So you pop it on and it just rotates. But is it rotating? It's just vibrating. So I'm gonna go in with Punjab first. It's a little bit lighter than Santa Fe. This is medium 1. And when I used to use NARS foundations, this is what I would use, Punjab. Yeah, that looks like a really good match. Let's just test Santa Fe for fun. Santa Fe is medium 2, but for some reason it looks lighter. So we're not going to use that one. It's a little bit lighter, I feel like, even though it's a darker shade, which is weird. So I'm just going to swipe this on. It doesn't feel as heavy as like the Hourglass one. I love the Hourglass Vanish Stick foundation. It's one of my favorite foundations, but sometimes it can be a little bit heavy feeling, like on the face when you even are applying it, it can feel a little bit heavy, but the finish is gorgeous. I do love cream foundations for finish because I think they look so flawless, but I feel like they're not as long wearing as I'd like because they're creams. My pores look huge. I should have probably used another pore primer because I know better, but I'm just too excited to use this thing. I'm just so pumped. Okay, so let's do this. I'm scared, but I'm pumped. Ready? I'm asking you guys if you're ready, like you're here with me. You're supposed to just kind of like glide it on. You're not supposed to like press it in or do anything like that. So let's do this. Mine just turned off, so I had to press power again because I'm a slow blender, I guess. I did notice that I had some bristles fall out, like some brush fall out. I don't really like it on my nose. at all. My nose looks very dry right now, which I feel like I've been so good with my skincare. My nose hasn't been looking dry, but it does look a little dry, which I kind of was expecting with the brush because, I mean, I was scared to even put it on my nose. But I also think it has something to do with the foundation because the foundation is I'm just gonna kind of like pat it in. It's a cream, and maybe I should have tried the brush out with a foundation that I already love and know. Like, I know how it works. I'm trying out two new things here. I'm not crazy about how it looks around my nose at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just going to fix it, just wet it, and just kind of go over all of the areas that kind of look a little bit streaky. But the foundation does feel really nice. It feels really like velvety, like the name is, velvet soft matte. I don't know, it does look matte, but it doesn't look flat. I mean, I look very like one color right now. I look kind of scary, but I'm gonna just resurrect this, make it look a little bit more even and not so streaky around my nose. And I have a new beauty blender. It's the cute marble one. It's the Beauty Blender Swirl. I've been waiting to use this. I feel like I like it so much better now after it's like sunk in. I think it's because it's a cream foundation. I really like how my skin looks. It looks very smooth. Only place that it doesn't, it's right on my nose and it's a little dry, which always happens with a cream foundation on my nose, no matter which one, Makeup Forever, Hourglass. So I don't think it's the brush. I think it's the foundation, but I feel so smooth and lightweight and like a little bit like glowy, but not oily or dewy or anything like that. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just kind of press everything in just a little bit more. Me like it. Oh, and this beauty blender feels really nice too. It's like bouncier than the other ones. So I do have a new concealer to try out, and this is the Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist Concealer, Super Natural Concealer. I'm going to use a little bit of shade 03 and I think a little bit of 04 if this is too light. I'm just, oh no, it's good. Nice yellow undertone. You know me like that. Maybe the foundation is a pinch on the lighter side. I'm just gonna use the beauty blender for this, and I'll use the Clarisonic for the contour. So let's just blend this in before it dries. So I do really like the concealer. It blended out so easily and it does look very natural. It doesn't look thick, it doesn't look heavy, which I think is gonna be great for like the no makeup looks or just like quick makeup, because it was so smooth and it just like glided on. Now it doesn't have like crazy coverage, but there's coverage. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but I can see it in person. So I do have a new powder to try out. I did buy the ByTerry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder, but I already tried that, so boring. Let's try this baby out. This is the Bakerie Flour Setting Powder. I hauled this, and isn't this just so dang cute? It says like baking tips. It's super cute. It comes like literally in a little bakery bag, which I want to like keep it, but I need to get it together. I like want to keep all the packages. So this is what it looks like, and I got the shade Yellow, which is actually sold out. So I got this on some other website, I think from the UK. So I'm just going to unleash the dragon. Why did I say that? Let's see how this goes, because you guys know I love me a yellow powder. Do it. I'm just gonna take the beauty blender. Oh, but I didn't cream contour yet. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to wait a second for that. I'm gonna do the Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter. It's powder and cream, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the cream, obvi, and I'm going to cream contour. So let's see if we have a brush from Smashbox for this. Smashbox, you got me covered right here. You sure got me covered. Cream Cheek. So I'm gonna probably mix this shade, this middle shade, and this shade. This shade looks very intimidating because it looks very like deep in person. It looks so different on camera. It looks so much warmer on camera, which is kind of weird. But I'm just gonna use actually just that deep color then. Maybe a little bit of the other one. I applied quite a bit to test this brush out. Let's see. Cream contour, check. Now let's set these under eyes before I crease. I'm creasing a little bit. Haven't been sleeping, like I said in the beginning, so that's normal for me. I feel like this beauty blender is sharper. I feel like that was really easy to do. I'm gonna go finish my snack and I'll be right back. Oh, that rhymed. Okay. So I'm going to wipe this away, but also kind of press it in while I'm kind of wiping. And I'm using the angled powder. Looks very smooth. And then on this side, I'm gonna try using this sheer foundation brush. So I have removed the bake and I feel like my face looks really, really smooth right now, like very flawless. I really like it. My nose is still a little bit dry, and actually in between my eyebrows, probably shouldn't have baked there because I do get a little bit dry there. But so far so good. I really like everything. I do really like the Clarisonic. I think it made my skin look like skin. It just doesn't look heavy. So I'm gonna use this buildable cheek brush. It's kind of angled, but it's like fluffy and diffused. And I'm going to use this Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Bronze 02. And we are going to see how this sets. This feels so soft. It really does give you like a soft touch of bronzer, which is good for me because, you know, I go a little ham with the bronzer. Oh my gosh. Girl, this bronzer is laid right now. Or boy, if you're watching this. Wow, I really like that. This brush though, and the bronzer. The bronzer is just nice and soft. I think the brush is really doing all of the work right now. I think this is my new current favorite bronzer brush. And I've only used it once. I'm taking that brush that we used to wipe away the bake, which is the angled powder. I'm just going to apply a little bit more right over here. I actually have this Morphe Brittany Bare collection. This is her nose contour brush collection. So I probably should have cream contoured my nose, but I was kind of scared because with the cream foundation that I used, I mean the stick foundation that I used, I feel like the cream on my nose was already dry, that if I put too much product on my nose that's cream, it might just not work out. So I think these are meant to be used with cream products, but I mean I'm pretty sure you can use these with powder. And I'm going to take the Naked palette and I'm going to just one time for the one time. I'm kind of scared. Nose contour could go so wrong. It could really just kill the look. Nose contouring is an art for sure. Okay, don't think I like that with the foundation situation we have going on. It's looking very crazy right now. Oh, this is actually the brush to bake. So I'm trying to salvage the nose, but let's just move on. I'm gonna do my blush, so let's use the Precise blush brush. So I do have a new blush to try, and this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores blush, and this is in the color Sweet Cheeks, and it's really, really pretty. It kind of looks like Orgasm from NARS. Come Through Glow Blush. So it kind of has a glow to it, but we're still gonna highlight. So I'm gonna use this Maybelline Master Chrome highlight. I just got this. I picked it up at CVS, and of course I got it in the shade Molten Gold, which I feel like is the one that everyone's been talking about. This is beautiful gold, really, really pigmented highlight. So let's take this Smashbox fan brush and let's see what it does for our cheeks. And I like this fan brush because it's very precise. So it's perfect for precision, and for the nose, it's really nice. Drugstore highlight, come through. I actually want to do this one, which is the Precision highlight brush. I don't know, I just want to try something new. Let's take off this bake, shall we? I do really like the flower powder. I think it's very soft. It doesn't look dry at all, and it's not too yellow where it's like you look sick, but it's nice. I know like Jackie Aina loves that powder, so I love her. I love me some Aunt Jackie. I'm gonna do a little bit of this Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. That spray really salvaged the nose. It's looking better. So I applied a little bit of this Fresh Sugar Lip Caramel Hydrating Balm. I don't really like the way the Fresh lip treatments smell. They're like very think they're like citrusy or lemony, which I don't really like, but this one I like. Well, I like the treatment, like the one that I used, but like the, you know, the traditional lip balms that they have, I'm not crazy about the scent. They're really hydrating, but this one I really like because it smells like dulce de leche, girl. It smells like caramelo. By the way, I love Rich Lux. I don't know if you guys watch him, but I do, and I'm not really into like drama channels and all that, obviously, but I sometimes see them come up on my subscription feed, and I've just been watching Rich. Like, he's so funny to me. He's always like busted the house, and he's like, I love her so much. Like, I just love the way he talks. So I don't know, I feel like he totally belongs in New York. So I don't know if you guys watch him. If you go to his channel, let him know that I sent you, because I think he's hilarious. I think he's really funny and not biased. I don't think he's like a shit talker. I think he's just more like, I feel like he's the news. I feel like he is the news channel for YouTube. Like, I don't know, it's not really like a drama channel, because I feel like he just kind of says what's happening, but he doesn't really like talk crap, you know. And let's just say he did, like, I wouldn't obviously like feed into that or whatever. I just kind of watch him for his like terminology, if that makes sense, like his slang. I just think he's so funny, and I just like how he talks, and I love his makeup. He just comes up with some crazy blue. Maybe I should like recreate one of his looks. That would be really fun. Anyway, we're gonna just pop a little bit more of the like shimmery shadow, like the beigey champagne on, and I'm using the contour shadow brush. I'm just going to apply a little bit more right on top. I feel like the shadows look better now that everything's kind of coming together. Now I'm gonna take the smoky shadow brush, and I'm gonna use the first shade, which is called Hot Pants. I'm just going to brighten my inner corner. Ooh, I like that. It smells like hookah. I don't know why. I love hookah. I can't see myself owning one and like doing it myself, but I like going to places to smoke hookah. A little bit on the brow. This brush is kind of weird. It's a multitasking detail brush. I'm kind of just tempted to do like a nose highlight with it. I don't know how that's gonna go. I really don't, but let's just try it. Whatever. This is the fun part of makeup. Oh, I think this is gonna be too precise. I like put the nose highlight on, but let's try this one again, the detail precise highlighting. Let's do some gimme brow. I'm gonna use the shade, I have 3 and I have 5. I feel like I need shade 4. I think I'm gonna do 5 on the outer corner and then 3 in the inner corner. I feel like my brows kind of got a little wonky when I did my foundation, so I might just have to fix them. I'm gonna go back into the eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the Dusty Camel shade, and I'm gonna first go in with a precise brush. This is the Precise Smudger. I'm just gonna go right underneath my lash line. I always make the ugliest faces when I do this. Ooh, I love these brushes. I wonder if they come in a set. I hope they do, because I can totally recommend them. Because sometimes people ask me like, what brush set should I get? And I'm like, yeah, about that. I kind of never really recommend brush sets, because I like picking individual brushes, but none of these brushes have been a flop. Other than that like weird one, but I feel like I just have to find the purpose for it, the one that I use for the nose. And let's take a little bit of this like deeper brown plum. It's like a chocolatey purple undertones, and go right on the outer corner. Just right there. And I'm gonna hit my lower lash line with MAC Costa Riche. So this is Get It On. Oh, I just dripped a bunch of it onto my robe. Don't do that. This is Get It On. So it's not a liquid lipstick, guys. Don't hold it upside down because it will drip everywhere. Yeah, I just kind of dirtied my robe, but let's just slap this bad boy on. Feels really comfortable. Feels like I don't really have much on. I'm gonna take Bobbi Brown Pale Yellow. I'm just gonna brighten underneath my eyes. The color is really pretty on its own, but I kind of want to do a gloss. I'm feeling kind of glossy right now. You know what's crazy? I took out all of these lip glosses from Kiko. Like, they sent me a package of lip glosses, like, because they know I'm raving about them so much. They were like, here, girl, we got you. So, so grateful for that. Like, I've been using the clear one like crazy. And I whipped out 3, and I'm like, okay, I really like these 3 colors. Let me take these out to, you know, use one of them. They're all the same shade. That's how you know when you like something, when you pick it up and you already have it, or, yeah. I picked up 3 of 03. So actually, I'm gonna do this one. This is 19, just to do something a little bit different. 03 is one of my favorites. So let's do 19, which is a really pretty nude. It's like a grayish, not gray, like, yeah, like a grayish, beigey gray. And these are ridiculously shiny. I like that. And then just on top, to give it a little extra bam, I'm gonna do Too Faced Melted Latex. I'm obsessed with this. I used this in a vlog and you guys were like, what gloss is that? I have to go back to that video and answer you guys, but this is what I was wearing, just this alone. I think my face needs a little bit more like warmth, so just lightly I'm gonna use Give Me Sun, and I'm gonna use this sheer powder. And last but not least, let's do some setting spray. I'm going to use the Cover FX mattifying setting spray, which I do really like. I feel like I loved everything. I feel like the only first impressions that I didn't like was the one video that I tried out. And I think it's because my skin was just doing really bad. And I feel like when my skin is not doing good, I'm not doing good. So the eyeshadows, I feel like I would use probably another palette with these. Just because the mattes are kind of, they're there, but they're not like they're there. I probably would use like some single shadows, either Makeup Forever, Anastasia, in conjunction with a palette, just to get like a better crease situation. I really like the Maybelline highlight. I loved the Clarisonic. I just think it was so easy and cool and fun. It felt weird putting it on. Like, it's not scratchy, it just feels different, especially for someone like me. I'm so used to using a beauty blender. I don't really use brushes for my face, so I think there's just a little bit of a learning curve for people like me. But besides that, like, it just looks flawless. The NARS foundation looks really good. The lip color is pretty. It's a little bit sticky because I did apply a lot. I think the NARS the NARS lip gloss, lipstick, lip thing situation would be better on its own, because I feel like on its own it would work better, because I put like 2 glosses on top, so it might be a little too much. I feel like it's a little bit sticky, because when I press my lips to kind of, you know, do that, you know, glossy thing that glosses do. I feel like my brows could be better, but I didn't really go too in with my brows because I'm literally just gonna take this off. It was just kind of just to test new makeup. So I do really like the blush. The It Cosmetics blush is really pretty. The Laura Mercier bronzer, gorgeous. I think my favorite thing from this whole video, these Smashbox brushes. They are the truth. They literally came out with brushes that you just, like, niche brushes, like brushes that you're like, I wish I had a brush that did this, like, bam. And I didn't even use all of them. There's more. Like, I really wanted to use this one, the powder foundation, but I'll use this in another video, just when I do like just powder foundation. I actually have a couple of batches of videos like this that I'm just gonna be trying out new makeup. Just very chill, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Like, we don't have to be dressed up and all that. We just want to talk new makeup. So I have a lot of new makeup that I want to try, that I've been getting like in PR packages that I've been buying. I want to try it out so that I can go and put them into my collection so that I can use it more regularly, because when it's just sitting in a bag or in a box, like waiting for me to use it, I feel like it gives me slight OCD. So like, I want to get more of these out. So I do have a couple more of these coming up. Let me know if you like them. Do you want me to do them like this, or do you want me to do like a speed through, kind of like get ready with me and just do the voiceover and tell you what I thought there? Or would you rather me just try the products on my own and just review them for you? But let me know, because I will listen to you. So I changed. Now I look presentable. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thumbs up if you like these videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little notification. I've been getting a lot of people telling me that they're just getting randomly unsubscribed from my channel, so please check if you're subscribed. I really love just sitting down and just doing my makeup with you guys. I feel like it's just fun. Even though you guys are not answering me back, I just feel like I can kind of hear you guys in my head. Like, I feel like I know you so well, especially like talking to you guys on Snapchat. I already feel like I know you guys and I know what you would say. And I just want to say I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.